Your brain has a hybrid configuration that science considers a unique phenomenon in history. If you were born in the 90s, you possess 10 traits that are now almost impossible to find. Number 7 is the reason you're immune to the anxiety that's destroying younger generations. Stay until the end, because trait number 10 is the reason bosses are always looking for people with your profile. Trait 1. The infinite patience, muscle. Back then, there was no such thing as right now. If you wanted to watch your favourite show, you had to be in front of the TV at an exact time. If you missed it, it was gone forever. You waited months for a movie to arrive at the video store and weeks for your photos to be developed. This early mental training taught your brain that good things take time. That's why today, when a project or a relationship takes a while to bear fruit, you don't panic. You have a resistance to immediate failure that others simply lack. Trait 2. The internal GPS and spatial intuition. You grew up without a voice on your phone telling you when to turn. If you travelled, you unfolded a giant paper map that could never be folded back the same way again. If you got lost, you had to rely on logic or talk to strangers. This pushed your spatial awareness to its maximum. Your mind learned to create internal maps and read environmental cues. You can orient yourself and solve navigation problems using pure instinct, a skill that total dependence on phones is erasing in younger generations. Trait 3. The junk surgeon. You probably blew into a video game cartridge to make it work, or used a pen to rewind a cassette tape that had unraveled. You learned that if something broke, you could open it up and fix it yourself. That's how a problem-solving mindset was born. You're not the kind of consumer who throws things away the moment they break. You trust that with a bit of ingenuity, you can understand how the world works and repair it with your own hands. Trait 4. Universal translators. The golden bridge. You are the only generation that fully understands two completely different languages. You speak your parents' language, letters, landlines and physical effort, and your nieces and nephews' language, algorithms and artificial intelligence. That makes you the glue of society. You have old school wisdom and modern agility. At work, this gives you a huge advantage. You can connect with people of any age because your mind is the most flexible of all. Trait 5. The anti-fake radar. You grew up when advertising was obvious and not hidden in every corner of your social media. You watched the first internet fame being created and saw how magazine photos were edited back then. Your brain developed a very sharp reality filter. You don't believe the first thing you see on a screen, and you have a natural instinct for spotting when someone is pretending or when news sounds fake. In a world of filters and digital deception, your common sense is your best weapon. Trait 6. Screen-free. Friendship. Your friends weren't profile pictures. They were people whose houses you went to, ringing the doorbell without even knowing if they were home. If you agreed to meet at 5 in the square, you had to show up. There was no WhatsApp to say you were running late. That lack of constant connection created deep loyalty in you. You value real presence and keeping your word. To you, friendship is built with time and face-to-face conversations, which makes your social bonds far stronger than a simple follow on a social network. Trait 7. Immunity to boredom. You could spend a 5-hour car trip staring out the window, just thinking or inventing games with license plates. You didn't need a tablet to avoid going crazy from boredom. You learned how to be alone with your thoughts, which means your creativity is born from silence. While others need constant noise and short videos to avoid anxiety, you have a rich inner world where you can find peace and solutions on your own. Trait 8. The hard drive. Memory. You memorized all your friends' phone numbers, the full lyrics of your favourite albums, and the cheats for your games. Since information wasn't one Google click away, you actually had to store it. Your brain got used to processing and retaining important data deeply. You have a learning capacity that's hard to find today, where most people just jump from one headline to another without really reading anything. Trait 9. The value of real privacy. You were lucky enough that your most embarrassing childhood moments aren't stored in the cloud forever. You were able to experiment, get dirty, and grow up without cameras following you everywhere. That's why today you understand the value of disconnecting. You know a dinner with friends is better when phones aren't on the table. You have the freedom to enjoy life without the compulsive need for the entire world to approve you with a like. Trait 10. Hybrid resilience, the big secret. You're the generation that survived the turn of the millennium. You watched a paper world die and a digital one be born in just a few short years. Your brain adapted to the fastest rate of change in history, and that gave you a unique strength. You're not afraid of what's new because change runs in your blood. You're the perfect balance between respect for the past and curiosity for the future. If you had a Tamagotchi, collected Pogs, or waited for hours to record a song from the radio onto a cassette, leave a comment with your best memory. Let's show how many of us there are. Subscribe to defend our identity. See you in the next video.